Thanksgiving night, 1978. In the northern plains, families were settling in. The comfort of the season was thick in the cold air. But for a few 100,000 people scattered across the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Montana, that comfort was about to be peeled away. At exactly 8:07 p.m., everything died. Not a flickering brownout, an absolute, total cessation of power. The world went completely dark. Utility companies released statements almost immediately, blaming a transmission grid failure at the Dakota hub. A simple, technical explanation for a 35-minute inconvenience. But the evidence, the timestamps, they didn't match the story. We now know the transmission failure was not the cause of the blackout. It was a response, a sudden, unnatural drain that overloaded the system and pulled the plug on 3 states simultaneously. And then the reports started flooding in. First to the police in remote rural counties, places where nothing ever happened. Then to the fire departments, and finally to the state dispatchers. By 8:43 p.m., 36 minutes after the lights died, the chief dispatcher in Bismarck, North Dakota, noted a chilling, identical phrase repeated in calls from 3 different counties. The call log read, "There are pale figures at the tree line." For those celebrating Thanksgiving, the blackout simply meant candles and flashlights. But when the light source changed, the landscape outside the window changed too. People looked outside and saw shapes, standing perfectly still, tall, unnaturally thin, and silent. One witness, a 12-year-old girl named Sarah in rural Montana, reported that she watched the figure for nearly 10 minutes. She said it was taller than her father, its limbs elongated and thin as winter branches. She said it didn't move, but it was not static. She used a word no other witness had used. It was listening. She meant listening to the darkness, listening to the sudden quiet of the human world. And it wasn't just one figure. It wasn't one tree line. They were in the dozens. Too tall, too thin, too many. All standing precisely at the edge of the woods, where the safety of the porch light would have failed had it been on. A perimeter established in an instant. The most disturbing commonality was the sketches. Police, trying to make sense of the panic, collected sketches from 18 people who had never met, separated by hundreds of miles. Every single drawing was the same. A figure with limbs disproportionately long, its body a gaunt, pale shadow, and its face, not blank, but stretched, as if the skin was pulled tightly over a non-human skull. The features minimized to focus only on a wide, dark aperture where the mouth should have been. A silent, waiting mouth. The question became, why did the blackout last exactly 35 minutes? Why not 10? Why not 3 hours? The theory, now whispered by the few detectives who held onto the files, is that the 35 minutes was the full duration of their opportunity. At 9:18 p.m., the power snapped back. The figures vanished in the split second of illumination. The world was normal. The power grid was stable. The utility company issued its final official report, blaming simple ice and wind. Case closed. But the snow, the newly fallen, undisturbed snow, told a story that contradicted the official record. Dozens of tracks were found in the fields and surrounding the farmhouses, human-shaped, deep, too far apart for a normal stride. And the tracks were all facing the wrong direction. Every print, like something that had been watching humanity from the dark. decided simultaneously to walk backward into the tree line the moment the light returned, retreating into the woods until the next opportunity. The 1978 Thanksgiving blackout was filed away as an unsolved incident. The sketches, the photographs of the backward tracks, the testimony from 18 disparate, terrified people, they are still locked away, sealed folders in evidence rooms across the northern plains. And every year, on Thanksgiving night, when the lights dim just a little bit and the world goes quiet, they wonder, was the blackout the disaster? Or was it merely the opening of the door